Ending tonight's lecture panel. Before I begin, I would like to address a few subjects that could possibly be properly tagged or just avoided completely in the unintentional ability to offend others. Because this is a panel of inquisitive minds, this could be Because this is a panel of inquiring minds, there are undoubtedly going to be a few questions that could possibly unintentionally harm others present here. So I have gathered a few note cards that will help me adequately address the matters at hand. The first matter up for discussion deals with the content considered appropriate for this style of learning. We will be avoiding questions dealing with matters of physical intimacy, caste shaming, overtly or unacceptable practices, disparaging one's place in the hemo spectrum, and other such dubious topics. In short, if you need to ask yourself whether or not this question could be potentially triggering to somebody else, you just probably shouldn't ask it. So, it should probably be avoided entirely. Moving on from the obvious topics necessary, there's also the matter of overall safety and comfort of everybody involved. With this in mind, there will be no throwing things, no roughhousing or tomfoolery. This is a serious, highly educational chance for everyone involved, and it simply won't do to have one or two attendees disrupting the interests of their fellow students. Which brings me to my next topic of overall decorum and courtesy of not only the trolls answering the questions, but the audience involved. See, now if someone wished to...
Annie, let's get on with it. I sincerely doubt anyone is reading anything you're saying right now.
I would be very thankful if you wouldn't interrupt me filling these young, bright minds with the knowledge they obviously crave. This is a prime example of the mannerisms that will completely derail us from the discussion that we're having.
Discussions have involved more than one person, Kankri. You're the only one talking here.
Mina, there will be plenty of time to go over all of the other topics of significance for another time. But for now, Why have you all moved about? Why are you all moving everywhere? That's going to completely obliterate the order that I put in this thing. I specifically put out all these name tags so everybody could be in order. Now, why have you moved?
Hate to break it to you, Vantez, but your seating structure blowholes.
I just figured that the order that I had would possibly stifle any distractions of other people.
Well, I hate to admit this out loud. I have to agree with Mina on this one. I'm sorry, Kankri, but most of us just weren't comfortable in our prior arrangement. But if it helps at all, I think this will be a much more harmonious arrangement.
Unbelievable. Where's Rufio?
Now that you mentioned it, I haven't seen Maynard Hook with him all day.
Tamara, is there something you'd like to share with us?
Well, that's pretty suspicious and all, but we need to move on. We got a totally radical audience out there just waiting to ask us stuff.
And they're not a bad bunch either. I think I would go out with at least 110% of you here.
Ain't no more we want you, fish stick.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
Oh, but I do agree with Cronin. I'm very excited, and I can really continue to make felines. Oh, and Carlos, too, he says he'll be so happy to answer your questions, like all the questions in the whole world. He will.
This is actually really exciting. I'm really looking forward to this.
Oh, look, I think I'm ship that.
Everyone, simmer down, simmer down! There is not enough time to do this. I have an entire hour of possible slurs that I could get through.
Oh, y'all know. Losers, listen up. This is how it's gonna work. These people are gonna ask us stuff, and we going to respond. If anybody tries to break this order, then they're gonna get my trident in the gut. Anybody got any questions? We're going to answer questions! Shut up, Tuna.
Don't talk to him like that.
You wanna go, helmet boy?
Tuna.
Make me waiter!
Using that kind of term is absolutely counterproductive to the progression in social society. We have been over this. And Mina, I'm very disappointed in you letting the tuna bring you down to that letter to use that kind of poisonous language. Tag shaking my hand.
Oh my god.
Kankri, I actually can't believe this.
Oh my shit, calm your shit.
No! Let's not start fighting. All of these people came here to see us and find out all that we know, and we've kept them waiting for so long already. Why not, just get started so that we're not holding them up any further?
Agreed. Kankri, stop talking and come sit down with the rest of us.
Or, I don't need you telling me what to do. You're not my Memorial, and frankly, your pale solicitation. I'm just getting a little bit old.
Noted. Now sit down.
Are we ready? Questions? Hands? Here.
I have a question for Damara.
Damara.
Konnichiwa.
What can you say is the happiest moment you can remember from your life?
口の中でいい
Other questions?
Matuna, Latua, were y'all inspired to be such rad skateboarders by Trolls from York?
Well, he's a pretty cool dude, and maybe?
We just like a skateboard. Skateboarding. Leave us alone. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell. I'm sorry.
Other questions?
I have a question for Mina.
Mina?
I was wondering, how do you deal with your hair, since we're both patients, and I have such a big mess of hair, I
know, man.
it's very hard to tame, and I was wondering, how do you make your braids?
Actually, Arania here does them for me, but she doesn't do a good job. I mean, look at this shit. It's the
I like braiding hair.
More questions? Be right here.
Yeah, I have a question for everyone. How many ships do you have? Let's go with all the ships. I mean, okay, so there's like maybe a couple thousand every week or so that they change up. And if you break them down into quadrants, and maybe there's like, I don't know, I guess like 250 or whatever. But it really is all. It really is.
Any more? Right here?
Would you say you act as somewhat of a mother figure to Kankri or a Lucis figure?
Yes, Cora, why don't you answer that?
I'd be more than happy to, Kankri. Let's just say that it's nice to have someone looking out for you, and some people would be very appreciative of that. But he can be a little bit of a brat, too.
Any more? Right here in the blue?
Yes, I have a question for Kankri. How do you feel about the representation of lower bloods in romance novels and films?
That's a very interesting question. I don't believe that I've ever really been involved in novels or anything. But I'm sorry, could you repeat the beginning of your question?
How do you feel about the representation of lower bloods in media, modern media, like novels and films?
Well, normally lower bloods are presented as something, obviously lower. They're put on a connotation as if they are a disparate society which dates back to the Alternian era. But obviously, maybe that's just what attracts the crowd, but I do not agree with it at all.
Any more? Right here?
I have a question for Horace. Have you ever written a hoof piece?
I'm sorry. I had some sweat in my sweatpants.
Have you ever written a hoof piece?
But I am a hoof piece. I mean,
You, yes.
Mituna, I've always wanted to get the helmet, but how do you see through the red and blue if you're not in a 3D movie?
you don't.
And okay, there we go.
Kronos, have you written any songs for Mina?
Let's not dive into about my song making with Mina, because the last time I played a song for her, I kind of almost got a trident to the face.
You're lucky it was almost. Any more? Right here?
Mina, was it really that bad?
Yeah, Mina, tell them.
I think I heard the word red pretty much every quadrant over 1,000 times.
You're a critic, aren't you?
Don't ever try that again.
Alright.
Colores, do you have any DD's plans?
in your future of the dead? I mean, not much.
Well, I guess he says no. I mean, I don't really know what you're talking about, but I guess no. Carlos is always really good natured. I don't know.
More right there? Why do you insist on stabbing me with a trident?
Have you met him?
Hey, calm down there.
Don't even talk to me.
No, I'm talking about myself.
Oh.
Why do you continue to insist on stabbing me with a trident?
I'm the heiress, you're an heir. It's kind of instinct.
Sorry.
Oh.
Right there?
This is for Kangaroo. I was, like, in one of the updates, Mini Strike, we saw that you said you were triggered by the fact that everyone was, like, surrounding you in, like, close space. So I feel by the fact that you are touching, or the floor is touching, or the earth is touching us, and so we're all surrounded, and we're all touching.
Well, obviously. I'm triggered by touching because it's completely non-consent. How bothering would it be for someone to come up to you inside one of these hallways and touch your shoulder, or you know what bothers me? Touch your shoulder or touch your hair or something? Wouldn't that bother you?
Why are you looking at me?
It's very obvious when I'm looking at you.
So, I got a date then?
Chill out.
I tried.
Right here. The trident.
So, Nealon, who do you ship at that table right there?
Well, I mean, I ship everyone at the table, but if you're talking about specific ships, I mean, we've got Latuna and Latula, that's obvious, and you're just made for each other. Well, Miss Tamara kind of scares me, but, I mean, I hope she doesn't get mad, but I kind of wanted to get back with Theo, but it's just an OTP people have, but I have, it's one of my OTPs, and, you know, is you okay?
I'm a healer if you're
Okay. Okay. And of course, I mean, I know Cronus probably disagrees, but I might be sensing some red vibes from Arabia and Mina. I don't know though. I'm just saying.
Right here.
Forum, how much of a challenge was it to get Kankri to wear the sweater?
No idea.
It completely obscures my pants line.
So beyond obsessed with those hideous pants.
You know what? I was talking about it this morning. She said that nobody would ask about it, but you know what? Look at this. This is fashion right here. I spent so much time making this. I do not understand why I need to wear this ridiculous sweater. I would take it
I think I
off
should
right now.
thank you for that sweater.
More? Right here?
Oh, I have another one. Speaking of stabbing, I was wondering, why do you insist on stabbing me so much? I mean, for some specific reasons, I'm already dead.
As I said, it's heiress instinct, and I gotta eliminate the competition, man.
Right here?
Mina, I was wondering when exactly did Carlos become so silent?
Oh, Mina or Muna? Me? I mean, it's kind of a bad thing that happened. I don't really like to talk about it too much. But let's just say it was a really long time ago, and nobody's mad about it at all. And it's just something that, you know, like, it was his choice. I don't know. It's just over now.
Yola, would you ever straighten Carlos's hair?
One time I tried. Okay, there was one time I tried, and like about 3 sweeps later, I got really bored of it, and so I just kind of gave up. I got like this half done. So yeah, it's just too hard.
Who would make the best cowboy, pirate, and space stage captain?
Space! Space!
All of you. Space! That's all of you.
I think me and Irene would be the as pirates.
Yeah. Swag, swag. Wait, swag, 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 swag.
Of course, if you were a cowboy, you could ride a horse.
But I am a horse.
Well, sit.
I know my outer
He's a horse
appearance
boy.
highly betrays the fact that I literally have a majestic
If you
upkeep.
were a cowboy, maybe you
Why
could
not?
just kind of touch
You're a perfect cat.
You're silly for the
Can you show us an outstanding
Wow, I totally would show you a move, but I don't have a skateboard on me. It's Matuda's, I can't use his.
Yeah, he won't give that up. Try it.
It's Matuda's.
Come back.
Horace, where's Rufio right now?
Well, I don't know. Maybe someone else can answer that question. I'm sorry, what was that? I don't understand your peasant tongue. That could be tied.
Cronus, have you ever tried to ask Kangaroo out?
I mean, there was this one time.
Go on.
Angry? Just didn't end well. I got a lecture.
In the same vein, Kankri, what caused you to ask Rufio out? I heard it, everyone.
We all know I'm a pale
I
and
didn't.
romantic and
Yeah.
somewhere in the grand pansexual area. I don't have time for relationships. Frankly, they're very frivolous and immature. I work alone.
Lutula, what rad games have you been playing recently?
Well, you know, there's like a bajillion of those games, but I always stick to Tony Hawk Skateboard Free. So that's where you do all these running around like, it's totally rad!
Further? Cronus, do you think it smells like body butter and desperation in here?
Well then, that was...
I can confirm this.
You can smell it here.
What is this, a ragging session on me or something?
Yes.
There's a reason.
So, about that date.
Okay, Kronos, how about you tell us about your fight with the evil dark wizard?
What? What wizard?
The scars.
What scar? What? That never happened. I don't know what you're talking about or who told you. But why don't you ask, oh, Cronus, how come your hair is so greasy? Oh, Cronus. Come on, there's other questions you can ask in my scar. Let's not talk about that, all right?
Right there, sitting down?
Okay, so after you guys scratched, the other trolls made the human section, but did you ever find out who made your universe?
I can answer this. Yeah, I've studied it at length. Our universe was actually the first universe. It came about the same way most humans think that their universe came about, through what's called the Big Bang. And yes, that has been confirmed for our universe, not yours.
Right there?
Tamara, kill, marry, kiss, go.
All of us?
Right here.
Milan, what's your #1 OTP in the flesh quadrant?
More like a daily or an hourly or a minute thing. But I guess right now, I don't know. I guess like I said, I'm feeling Arenia and Mina a little bit right now. I think I may ship it. I think it may be OTP status right now.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.